Hey everybody, Ivan here, talking combs. Thanks for checking out the video. If you like the video, like it. If you got a question about the video, comment on it. If you don't want to miss a video, turn on your notifications. And hey, subscribe to the channel. We're posting cool stuff all of the time. If you've seen me at a Beauty and Barber trade show, you know I offer a lot of combs. I've got combs like One Comb, unique, special, custom creations to help beauty and barber professionals. And then I sell combs that are very standard or very common, like this guy right here. I thought I'd take a moment in this video to talk to you a little bit about comb anatomy, what makes a comb, and what to look for when you're looking for your next favorite comb. And I want to start with this guy right here. You may know this comb well. I label them ivanzoot.com. I've got a bunch of them here that have that labeling on them. But you may also know this comb in this shape as a Crest number 400. It's been a very, very popular comb for a lot of years. I call it a low profile comb, and I'll tell you why I call it low profile, and then we'll dig into what its component parts are. I grew up in the business cutting almost exclusively with this guy right here. I have them in black and I have them in white. Of course, I only had them in white and black back in the day, but that's a Crest number 420. Again, very popular comb. I've offered them for a long time, and many, many people buy these combs from me, and they love them. My first senior stylist that I was an apprentice assistant to got me hooked on 420s. I remember the first time I bought a dozen. I bought a box of a dozen combs. I was like, wow, I've arrived. I'm not buying one comb, I'm buying a dozen. And I sell a lot of combs by the dozen for people that once you got a comb you love, you don't want to run out of it. But that's that standard comb. The 400 is a little bit thinner and a little bit lighter and a little bit narrower. Therefore, I call it low profile, because compared to the comb I grew up in the business with, it is definitely a low profile shape. But I offer this comb in a whole lot of colors. I've got black, white, and gray. We call that a visibility set. I offer it red, white, and blue because they're made in America. And I also have a pink one right there because, you know, people love pink. So currently I'm stocking and offering this 400 in 6 colors, but we're just going to look at the mid-tone gray one as a standard example. I'm going to talk about comb anatomy, so you know what you're looking for when you're looking at combs. The back of the comb right here, that's referred to as the spine. Spine thickness, look at this one compared to that one, a little more spine on this guy, adds up to weight, mass, or bulk. So the low profile combs have a leaner spine, where some of the larger, heavier combs have more plastic, more material in the spine. They have a little more weight. Then of course we have teeth, and teeth have different spacings. In the case of this comb, we have fine and we have medium. Now those terms, fine and medium spacing, are relative to one another, because if you pick up a different comb that has these teeth and teeth that are wider, you might think of these as fine and the wider ones as wide. Everything's relative, but tooth width is about tension. It's about your ability to control pressure on and the distribution of the hair that's running through the comb. So you'll find a tooth configuration that works for the type of hair you're working with, and that could change from client to client, and the type of technique you're using. For instance, scissor over comb typically likes a little more flow, a little bit wider, where precision cutting, comb hold, maintain tension and pressure and elevate, tends to like the finer teeth for that distribution. Sometimes we have a sectioning tooth. That is a missing tooth, and the end tooth becomes what we use for striking sections or partings. This particular comb doesn't. I would section with this one with a large tooth on the wider of the two ends. We have what are called the tooth root. That is where the tooth comes down and extrudes or extends out of the spine itself, that base. And it's very important that the tooth roots be clean. You don't want to see a line in there, what we call molding flash, from the manufacturing process that can snag, tear, or pull the cuticle and abrade or damage the surface of the hair. So well-made combs are going to have super clean teeth and very smooth, clean tooth roots. Tooth tips, rounded, smooth, polished, as opposed to pointed, so they're not really aggressive on the scalp, yet they cleanly lift. Lifting is an important function, especially with some of our overcomb, whether it be scissor or clipper techniques. So you're looking at tooth tips to make sure that they're helping you, not working against you. I've seen some combs where the tips are square and they just don't pick up hair very well. So some type of rounding and beveling of the teeth can be very, very beneficial. So you've got your spine, you've got your face. The face is the surface of the comb. And real important when you're looking at comb face, you deal with issues of whether or not the comb has that lip running along the spine where the tooth root intersects with the spine itself at the tooth face. Is that a smooth surface where there's little hang up, or is it a ledged surface? Sometimes that ledge facilitates scissor over comb. And then in the case of detailing and trimming combs, you'll find there's no lip or ridge. The teeth blend very smoothly down into the spine. This is real critical for trimmer work, for fine cutting and detailing. But that's your basic anatomy. You've got the spine, you've got the face, you've got the tooth, you've got the root, you've got the tips. You might have a sectioning pick or not. And obviously we have issues of length. Some combs, and it'll be hard to see on here, but this comb has numbers, raised numbers along the spine indicating 1 through 6 for a total of 7 inches. Some combs, those numbers are printed. These are raised. In the case of my one comb, they're actually embossed or recessed into the surface to not interrupt smoothness. So lots of different features that make your favorite comb your favorite comb. But when you know, you know. IvanZoot.com. There's a link to the 400 in this video's description, and you'll also be within the combs page on my web store, so you can look around and see all the really cool stuff we have available. If you got questions, hit me. Let me help you build and grow your business in the haircut business. I'm Ivan Zoot. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.